Islam Makhachev has just thrown his name into the mix for what could become one of the biggest super fights of 2026. The reigning welterweight champion has openly supported the idea of facing lightweight champion Ilia Topuria at the historic UFC White House card scheduled for June 14. Speaking in a recent interview with Serbian outlet Telegraph, Makhachev said he likes the concept of fighting Topuria on such a massive stage. He explained that there are already plenty of deserving contenders waiting in his own division, which makes him open to chasing a new challenge, especially one as high profile as Topuria. Islam also mentioned that once Ramadan ends, he plans to begin his training camp and will be ready for the White House event or any other date the UFC chooses. This comes as the UFC continues building what is expected to be an ultra-exclusive fight card. Dana White has already described the event as a potential record breaker in terms of viewership, and matchmaking discussions are moving quickly. At the moment, Justin Gaethje is considered a leading option for Topuria following his interim title win over Paddy Pimblett. Topuria had been dealing with personal matters that kept him sidelined, but he recently confirmed that he has returned to full-time training. A champion versus champion showdown at 170 pounds would be a massive attraction for fans worldwide. Interestingly, Topuria's boxing coach also revealed that multiple opponents are being discussed, not just Gaethje, which further fuels speculation that a fight with Makhachev is genuinely being explored.
No, in my division a lot of contenders who deserve the title fight. Just UFC have to give me new target. That's it. I just waiting.
There has been a lot of talk about the potential fight between you and Ilia Topuria. How do you look at that situation?
Yeah, I like this idea. If UFC want, I know a lot of MMA fans want this fight. I'm ready.
What about fight in White House in Washington? Do you thinking about that?
Yeah, also it's one of the arena where I'm gonna fight next, and we have the Ramadan month where I'm not gonna training 1 month, and after that I will slowly beginning my training camp, and I will be ready White House or as other dates. I will be.
Shara Bullet has stirred controversy after strongly criticizing Ilia Topuria, calling him overrated and questioning the legitimacy of his title run. His comments quickly divided the MMA community. Shara made it clear that he respects Topuria's talent, but he doesn't believe Ilia's championship success reflects the level of dominance many fans claim. According to Shara, several of Topuria's wins before capturing the title came against opponents he considers questionable. He also suggested that when Topuria finally faced elite fighters, timing played in his favor. Shara pointed to Charles Oliveira potentially being worn down from previous wars, Max Holloway carrying years of damage and mileage, and Alexander Volkanovski possibly being past his absolute peak. This isn't the first time Shara has spoken critically about Georgian fighters, as he has had several disagreements with them in the past. Soon after Shara's comments, Topuria's coach responded with one of the boldest predictions yet regarding Topuria's potential fight with Justin Gaethje. The coach confidently stated that Topuria would knock Gaethje out in the very first exchange of the fight. Meanwhile, Shara himself has been rumored to take part in a grappling match against Alex Pereira in the near future. Speaking about the same matchup, Chael Sonnen shared his perspective, saying he doesn't believe Topuria should be considered a heavy favorite over Gaethje.
It's a big fight. I'm not arguing for you how competitive it is, but I am arguing for you don't get better at something by not doing it. I do think our best version of Ilia is not going to be the next version we see of Ilia. I think that those breaks matter, and even if it keeps you even, he could still win. And even if it brings you down a little bit, he can still win. Ilia is really, really good. But we've disrespected Gaethje enough over the last month, haven't we? Gaethje's talking about this could be my last fight, release me, I don't even want to be here anymore. And generally when a guy talks like that, he's got 1 foot in and 1 foot out and it doesn't go well. Gaethje looked like one nasty son of a gun to me. So this whole idea that Ilia's gonna come back and that belt is just waiting for him, that's a little bit strong. Or the whole idea that if we want to create a narrative where perhaps the great Ilia could lose, the only way we can do that is to move him up a weight and go against Islam. I'm not quite there. Justin Gaethje is a real guy.
Khabib Nurmagomedov has issued a serious warning to Ilia Topuria following Topuria's recent comments directed at Islam Makhachev. Topuria had suggested that Islam might be hesitant to sign a contract for their potential fight. In a new interview, Khabib made it clear that Makhachev has no interest in moving back down to lightweight. According to Khabib, if Topuria truly wants this fight, he will need to move up in weight. However, Khabib warned that stepping into the octagon with Islam could put Topuria in serious danger. Khabib stated, "For me, I'm not interested in Islam dropping back to lightweight. He has already proven everything there. He dominated the division and achieved what he needed to. At 34 years old, there is no reason to put his body through difficult weight cuts anymore. He continued, Ilia talks a lot and makes it seem like he wants this fight, but honestly, he doesn't. He is not ready for that step. It would be very dangerous for him. But if he decides to move up, we can make the fight happen and give fans something exciting. These comments come amid growing speculation about the White House event, where a potential Makhachev versus Topuria clash could headline the card. If that fight becomes official, it could overshadow Justin Gaethje, who currently holds the interim lightweight belt. In that case, Gaethje may need to defend or unify his title against another contender, with names like Arman already being discussed. All of this uncertainty is adding new intrigue to the lightweight division, which is entering one of the most unpredictable periods in recent UFC history. Alexander Volkanovski recently looked back at two defining chapters of his career, his first fight against Islam Makhachev and his memorable trilogy with Max Holloway. Reflecting on the Makhachev fight, Volkanovski described it as one of the biggest moments of his career despite the loss. Facing a fighter with Islam's unique skill set, many doubted Volkanovski could compete at that level, but he proved he belonged. The fight broke multiple records in Australia, including attendance, gate revenue, and pay-per-view numbers. Volkanovski believes the performance helped solidify his reputation as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world. Volkanovski also reflected on his trilogy with Max Holloway, particularly the phase fans referred to as the Bald Volk era. He explained that controversy surrounding the second fight helped build momentum heading into the third bout. By fully embracing a new mindset and persona, Volkanovski believes he finally separated himself from Holloway in the eyes of fans and earned the recognition he had been chasing. For Volkanovski, both rivalries represent crucial milestones, one proving he could compete against the very best in the sport, and the other cementing his legacy while capturing the hearts of fans worldwide.
Even though you didn't win that first fight in Perth, what did you gain from fighting Islam? It was very high level, and no one's really pushed into that level since.
Well, we know how good Islam is till this day. Look what he's doing, and everyone knew that back then. It's just he hasn't faced the guys yet to even get that type of resume. Even though his resume was still good, it wasn't the resume what he's got now. But everyone knew he was that good. And me moving up against a guy that's got that style, everyone thought there's no way. So for me to go out there and do what I did, and a lot of people thinking I won. And just having that type of fight, me still being pound for pound number one, was still crazy. Like for us, and we broke records here in Australia when you talk numbers and gates and pay-per-views here in Australia, everything like that. So it was a massive fight. It lived up to the hype, the storyline, everything around it was just incredible, and a very, very big part. Even though I lost, I still think it's probably the biggest moment of one of the biggest moments of my career.
That's it from MMA Time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA updates.